بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن عبد الرحمن بن حسن رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال علينا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وفي يده درقة فوضعها ثم جلس فقال فقال بعضهم انظروا إليه يقول كما تقول المرأة. فسمع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال كيفك أما علمت ما أصاب صاحب بني إسرائيل كانوا إذا أصابهم البول فرضوه بالمقاريب فنهاهم فعذب في قبله. رواه أبو داود وابن ماجه ورواه النسائي عنه عن أبي موسى رضي الله تعالى عنه.
Right. Narrated from Abdul Rahman ibn Hassan radiallahu anhu, he says, Nabi Akram came to us and in his hand was a shield. So he placed it down, then he sat, then he urinated towards it. So some of them said, look to him, he is urinating just as a woman urinates. So Nabi Akram heard him and he said, woe to you, do you not know that, do you not know what afflicted the people of Bani Israel? They, when urine used to afflict them, then they would cut it with the scissors. Then he prevented them. Then he was punished in his grave. Narrated by Abu Dawud and Ibn Majah and Nasai narrated it from Abi Musa radiallahu anhu. Right, this darakaya is a shield made out of leather, right? Only, you understand? There's no iron in there, there's no wood in there in that shield. Right. Then one of the people said, right, so either that person is a mushrik or a munafiq who says that Nabi Karim Sallallahu is urinating just as a woman urinates, right? So Bani Israel, their laws were quite stringent. If any najasat would come on their body, then they would have to peel that portion. And if any najasat would come on their clothes, then they would have to cut off that cloth, right? So this person here, he stopped them from doing what was commanded to them. And because of that, he was punished in his grave. So Nabi Karim is saying here, look at this man here. You understand? He stopped the Bani Israel from practicing on what they're supposed to practice. Then he was punished in the grave, right? So likewise, you are now finding fault with an Islamic law of sitting and urinating. So you could also beware, you could also be punished in the grave.
وعن مروان الأسود قال رأيت بن عمر رضي الله تعالى عنه أناخ راحلته مستقبلا قبلتي ثم جلس يقول إليه فقلت يا أبا عبد الرحمن أليس قد نهي عن هذا؟ قال بل إنما نهي عن ذلك في قال إذا كان بينك وبين القبلة شيء يسترك فلا بأس. رواه أبو داود.
Marwan Asfari says, I saw Ibn Umar kneeling down his camel facing the Qibla. Then he sat and urinated towards the camel. So I saw Abu Abdirrahman, hasn't it been prohibited from this? So he said, indeed, it has been prohibited from that in the open areas. So when there is between you and between the Qibla something that will cover you or that will block you, then there is no harm. You understand? So this is the dalil for Imam Shafi rahmatullah to say that in built up places, you can face the Qibla. All right. And our answer to this is the opinion of Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu. So therefore, against the marfu hadiths, which says do not face the Qibla and do not face your back to the Qibla, it can't compare.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن حسن قال كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا خرج من الخلاء قال الحمد لله الذي أذهب عني رواه ماجد.
Said Nabi Akram when he used to come out from the toilet, he used to say, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has removed from me the dirt and he has given me protection and granted me afiyat. You understand? So that's out of shukr that now you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are able to relieve yourself.
وعن ابن مسعود رضي الله تعالى عنه قال لما قدم وفدهم عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قالوا يا رسول الله إن أمتك يستجيب بعزم روثة حمومة إن الله جعل لنا فيها رزقا نهانا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن ذلك رواه أبو داود.
Ibn Mas'ud says that when the delegation of jinn arrived to Nabi Karim Sallallahu, they said, "Oh Nabi Karim, prohibit or stop your ummah from making istinja with bones or dung or coal. Indeed, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala has made for us in it sustenance. So Rasulullah prevented us from that. That explanations have all been given already. Right, Babus Siwak. Right. What's the meaning of Siwak? So they say it means the usage of the miswak, or it also refers to the miswak itself, that the stick, the miswak, right? So they say the best miswak to use is that from the olive tree, and then they got from the pilu tree, right? It's in Urdu is pilu. There's another heavy word for it in English, right? Right. Then the ulama have mentioned there is more than 70 benefits of using the miswak. The greatest benefit is that you will get the tawfiq of saying shahadat at the time of maut. Right. And the miswak, the mustahab way of using the miswak is to use it crossways and not up down. You understand? What you say, horizontally and not vertical. Right. So the best is to use, if you use it vertically is also all right, but there's fear that you could wound yourself by using it this way and blood could come out. You understand it? All right. And that person who doesn't have a teeth, then his finger can be used as the miswak. All right. And that person who doesn't have a miswak, then he can use his finger also. All right. Miswak should be about 1 hand's length, and the thickness will be about the size of the finger, right? And after using the miswak, when it comes down to 4 finger length, 4 fingers long, then you must bury it somewhere. And the best way to keep the miswak is to keep it upside down. And then they say that if you put it on ground now, we normally got it on something else, we got ground, then the ground absorbs, and it won't smell also, and the ground absorbs the germs also, right? Jamhur says that the usage of the miswak is sunnat, some say it is wajib, right? When is it sunnat? They say when the teeth are yellow, right? In other words, you need to brush teeth now. When there is odor from your mouth, when a person wakes up from sleep, when he's about to start salah, when he's about to start wuzu, right? Well, when he makes wuzu.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفصل الأول عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لولا أن أشق على أمتي لأمرتهم بالتأخير العشاء وبالسواك عند كل صلاة متفق عليه.
That's what Abu Hurairah said. Nabi Karim Sallallahu says, if I did not want to make it difficult upon my ummah, I would have ordered them with delaying the Isha and making miswak or using the miswak at the time of every salah. Right. But because I feared it'll become difficult on my ummah, therefore I did not make miswak wajib, rather I left it as a sunnah. So therefore it remains as a sunnah. Right. So here they got in the kulli salah, right, at the time of every salah. That would be a proof for Imam Shafi rahmatullahi saying that you must make miswak at the time of every salah. We've got the other riwayat saying in the kulli wuzu. One riwayat says, other riwayat says ma'a kulli wuzu. You understand? So therefore, there's this ikhtilaf now. We say that it's sunnat at the time of wuzu. It's a sunnat of wuzu. And Imam Shafi says it's a sunnat of salah. Right? So when will you see the what is called samaratul ikhtilaf? When will you see the ikhtilaf showing? Is a person, when he made wuzu, he used the miswak, right? Obviously, according to Imam Shafi, it's also sunnah at the time of wuzu also, right? And then with that same wuzu, he made a few salahs. Then according to Ahnaf, this man will now be rewarded as if he made every salah with miswak. So he'll get it 70 times more reward. You understand it? Because he made, although he made just miswak once with the wuzu, but he made a few salahs. And according to Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi, the other salahs won't be counted. You understand? Until he makes for every salah. Right. Then we've got here now. So then the dalil of Imam Bonifa is now this ma'a kulli wuzu, right? And the other dalil of Ahnaf is as-siwaku mitharatun lil fammi wa mirdatun lil rabb. The miswak cleanses the mouth and pleases the Rabb, right? And so they take dalil like this here, that it's got to do with wuzu. You understand? It's got to do with wuzu, because at the time of wuzu, it's got to do more with tahaarah. So therefore, it's got to do with cleansing, and wuzu is the cleanser, right? Right. Right. Then we have here. However, nevertheless, it's also mentioned that for us also to make miswak before salah is also mustahab. It's mustahab. But because Ahnaf here, according to them, the coming out of blood will break the wuzu. Therefore, the Ahnaf they take precaution in avoiding using the miswak at the time of salah. Because when you use your miswak, 10% of the time, out of every, you understand, 10% of the time your gums will bleed. You understand it? And for some people, maybe more. So therefore, we avoid using it at the time of salah. Right? Okay, leave it till there.